Did you hear the boy went down? You could hear him.
We are back with part 4 of the City Surrey Showcase. My name is Keely Ramage Scott, and I am proud to be showcasing artists that have helped to develop our Surrey community in the music scene here. And today I am here with none other than returning guest, the mayor's favorite artist. It's Richard TICHELMAN, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Richard, what's new since we saw you last?
Oh, well, dropped an album. That was in July. Been sitting on that for a while, so that was some weight off the shoulder. It's nice to be able to share it, you know, and like not be sitting in traffic listening to it and being like, y'all can't hear this yet. Now it's like, hopefully you know this.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, what's it like? Because last time we were here, you talked about how much that album meant to you and how long it had been in the works and how long you'd been waiting to put it out. What's the first, like, give me 3 words to talk about how you felt when you finally released it.
Finally at ease.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where, like, the first song on that record was written in 2019, and like part of that kid in me who wrote that, recorded it, and then sat on it, and then all these songs built up over time. Like, that kid was still waiting, right? And now that it's out, there was a part of me initially when it came out, I was like, oh, like, thank God it's just over. And then the other part of me was like, wait a minute, no.
Yeah.
you actually got to put some attention onto this song, right? And not just move on so quickly, but to genuinely give it that attention, knowing that, like, its date did come and came to fruition. So, you know, I feel like giving those songs the love that they need, you know, performing them, giving that, like, telling people the stories, getting on social media about them, and it's just nice to share. I think that's why we do this, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say, it feels like you've lived an entire life since those concepts, I'm sure, initially came to you. Like, when was the last song off that album done? Like, when did you write the last one that ended up on the project?
The last one was Let It Go, which I did with Simon Clow and Ryan Stead. And that was, I had come back from, I did 2 weeks in Disney World with my family. And there's certain things that are not legal down there. And being away from certain things that are not legal down there, I was like, wow, like, maybe I need to refrain and find something else to do in my spare time. And that's kind of where that song came from. All of us were sitting there like, wow, like, we all got vices, right? And like, let's open up that dialogue, let alone like write a song about it. Yeah. So that felt nice. That was something that I don't know if I've really ever explored in my music, but getting it out there and kind of sealing the album off with that was a nice little addition to the mix.
Yeah. That's what songwriting is for.
Yeah.
Like, getting all those feelings out, all the things that are taking up space in your head, you got to get them onto paper at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you have to sum up, like, what's the theme of the album? Do you think all the songs kind of go together in a way? Like,
yeah, so the concept In and Out of Love came it came pretty late in the game.
Really?
I wasn't really sitting on it, but when it came to fruition that In and Out of Love was the name, it was after really just listening to all the songs, and I was like, wow, well, you know, like, I fell in love, I fell out of love, and then, you know, you spend some time alone, like, shucks. And then you fall in love, and then you know, I'm learning, I gotta, like, being in love is it takes practice, let alone maintaining it. So I feel like in these past few years, I've been learning how to be a partner, and this album kind of sums that up. It kind of goes through an ebb and flow of lust, love, and then loss. And that's kind of a cyclical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then finishing off with Let It Go, that's more of an internal one.
Yeah. So, like, it's like summing up not just your love for people, but also, like, what love looks like for yourself too, I guess, almost.
Yeah. Well, you look at Never Be the Same, and that's like, that came from having an invested interest in somebody and then, both of us kind of misunderstanding a situation and going our own ways. And that was probably one of the least amicable splits I've had in my life. But in reflecting on that, and both of us, having some time to get together and talk and be like, okay, like, I love this person, but I am not in love with this person.
Yeah.
Like I love their story, I love their family, I love what's made them who they are and what they contribute to this world. But I'm not their person, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of these songs have helped me find peace, if not right after writing them, maybe about a year down the line.
Yeah.
Because you start to settle into it, right, as the song matures, and you find where it resides within you.
Yeah.
So
I have a friend who wrote a song and only recently came to an epiphany too about what that song really meant to her. And it was 3 years old, about a relationship ending. And I think she even started writing the song before the relationship had ended. And it was originally meant to be a love song. And then it turned into like more of a bittersweet breakup song by the time she was done it too. So sometimes having time to sit with it doesn't hurt, like you find new meanings even for yourself.
Exactly.
So you've been playing the album live a lot. We had you at Sounds of Summer this year in the City of Surrey. Had all the city staff jamming along. We all know how much they love you here in the city. Tell me about a live experience where something has gone like absolutely crazily wrong and what you did.
Okay. Well, there's a few. Some acoustics need 9-volt batteries, and I'm a stickler for getting the backup one, and then you get stuck with a mic in front of it. That's on the low end. On the high end, I was humbled at a very young age on stage. I must have been about 15, and it was at the White Rock Sea Festival, and I was put in charge of stage managing for a bit. And I get up on stage, and instead of hey guys, but I swung that word a little bit too much. Hey guys, and the whole crowd's like, I beg your pardon. There was at least 3 people in the crowd that were like, woo! Like, okay.
So you do, right?
Yeah, but everyone in the crowd was like, so. And I was like, no, I didn't mean to say that. No, no, that was not intentional. Yeah, no. I've fallen, but other than that, you learn to bounce back pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because you got a job to do, right?
Yeah.
If you can't laugh at yourself, then what, right?
Yeah. Are you someone that tends to just kind of pretend it didn't happen, or do you purposefully make not a spectacle, but just make a show of things being like, oh, whatever, it's chill. This is normal.
I don't know about the this is normal part.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I fall in love, but shit. I feel like I lean into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Just laugh it off. It's if you focus too much on it, like, I don't know, I stepped on my patch cord one time, just gone.
Yeah.
But it's still hanging there, so you just keep singing and throw her in. And it's not like you ignore it, but it's okay to laugh.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, like, it's okay for that to be funny, at least in my eyes, because then I get stuck with the other options of sit here and be, like, what do I do?
Like...
Or, completely stop and try and explain what happened. Well, I stepped on.
Yeah.
No, just.
Well, your audience is very forgiving too. Like, I mean, you've got a couple dedicated fans. Like, you've got people that show up to shows consistently, so I'm sure they'll remember. But at the end of the day, no one really cares.
Exactly.
One of the, I think, best pieces of advice I ever heard about performing live was someone once said, never ever say, like, introduce the song that you're going to play and then say, I hope you guys like it.
Amen.
Like, what do you mean? I hope you guys like it. Like, even if these aren't people that, like, you've got an audience outside of your friends and family that have shown up to see you play, right? You never want to lead with, I hope you guys like it. You want to show up with confidence, right?
I feel like that instills, like, the questioning of, like, well, I hope I do like this,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like, no, just play the song. It's just,
Yeah.
and they'll decide, right?
And even me as a person, then it makes me second guess. I'd be like, oh, are they going to like it? I've
Exactly.
made such an effort to never, ever, ever use that phrase on stage if I can help it. Like, I hope you guys like this interview. Like, what do you mean? I hope you like it.
Yeah. I think it's okay to be like, I really like this.
Yeah.
But then that's telling them something that's like,
Yeah.
I like this,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like, it's okay to live on a hope and a dream, but like love your song and know that you love it first.
100%. Okay, so we asked you this last time you were here. I'm curious if you've got any new advice that you would offer to an upcoming person that wants to be an artist in the local music scene. Is there anything you've learned in the last year, maybe since releasing your album?
Don't move on to the next thing too quickly, right? When you drop a single, it's okay to give it some love, and it's okay to keep giving it some love. And like even a year out, like it's not dead. I think that's something that in the past, like I've kind of put stuff out and then maybe moved on a little too quickly in some cases. But in the midst of this album, and especially in having the time to reflect on my younger self and in an evolution that's kind of compiled and put out now, really taking the time to appreciate what each of those creations are and what they meant to me, even if they mean something different now, and giving them an appropriate chance, right? Just believing in it, playing in it, and knowing that this is new music to new folks. So if you've written songs and you're sitting on them, like that's okay. That's okay. Like they might be old to you, but they're new to somebody else. And if you haven't started writing songs, get down on it. It's fun.
Songs can also mean something different to somebody else than what you intended them to mean too.
Exactly. I mean, like you've probably got a cover or something that you've played in a set where like it just resonates, and it's not what, the music video shows or maybe what the artist was intending, but the way it hits is just so poignant that it kind of almost immerses itself in your life and kind of becomes a part of it.
What's that song for you? It sounds like you have one.
I got a few.
Yeah.
I got a few. Are we talking about one of my songs or about just a cover? Just a cover.
Give me both.
Give me both?
Yeah.
Okay. Dancing in the Moonlight, Thin Lizzy. So I was first introduced to that song by a friend of mine who, I met them in the line for the Next Star. Like way back.
The Next Star.
I know. So
I thought about auditioning for the Next Star so many times.
it was a riot. I went with my buddy Josh Bogert the year that we went, and like we both got onto the TV and whatnot, and it was just the coolest thing. Like it was fun, but the full circle, this gal and I, we become friends, and this is a song that kind of gets traded between us, and I feel like I've lived the lyrics to this song many nights over. But seeing how many people that I've been able to share it to now and sitting in the car just belting it, when I hear that song, that's what it means to me. And if I sit around noodling with it, like that's what I remember. And I don't know, you know what, maybe that's more poignant to the song than I am leading on. But
No, it makes sense. I get it.
And for one of my songs, The One.
Yeah.
The One was actually the first song that was meant for the record, but it got released at the top of 2020 because COVID. And this was me writing about someone who helped me kind of, clean the mirror that was reflecting myself and have a, I don't know, just be at peace with myself a little more. And sometimes someone can be a catalyst for that. And I was writing the song about that, but that was in my past. And in that moment, I needed that. And in writing that song, I found that. But I didn't find that through someone else. I found that through myself. And in the midst of writing the song about someone else and figuring this thing out about myself, it was probably about a month after recording it, I started singing it in the mirror. because I felt like I was down in the dumps, and like those were lyrics that I wrote because I wanted and I needed, and at that moment I wanted to hear them. I started singing it to myself, and I was like, God damn it, this is about me. This is about me, and still to this day, like it's a self-soothing kind of song. So
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice. That's crazy that you can have a full circle moment where something you wrote means something different to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was amazing. Thanks so much, Richard. I'm excited to hear you play another song. What are you playing for us today?
Ooh, okay. This is not something off my album.
Okay.
But I was in a motorcycle accident this year, and
Yeah.
I've been writing a tune for an ode to my bike that's now gone.
Yeah.
And it's just a little story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to hear that. Remind me where we can find you online.
You can find me on all my socials at richardtichelman.com. You can, or it's just TICHELMAN. That's the hardest part of my name. But yeah, type that in anywhere and you'll find me.
Sounds good. Well, people will find you online and hopefully check out the album and everything that is to come. And to everyone at home right now, thanks again for tuning into the Music City Surrey Showcase Part 4. See you in the next video.
Did you hear the boy went down? You could hear him through this town. You could hear him screaming out, saying, Lord, don't take her now. Nowadays he often cries. He sits alone and wonders why someone had to take her life. He wonders why hers and not mine, but it's said and done. That she's gone, don't you see? She's just a memory, all that he's got is her bell that don't ring, and he longs to hear her sing. And in some time I hope you love somebody new. Just remember it's the truth, she would want the best for you. And on the day she lie there dying by his side, you lost the love of your life and you can't fix it. But somehow you'll get through this. But right now you're going through it. They say she gave her life for yours. Now she's an angel and so much more. I know it hurts you to the core that she can't hear her anymore. You know your mama's glad she has you, and your papa feels the same. But the memories in your head, boy, and the scars, they will remain. But it's said and done that she's gone, don't you see? She's just a memory, all that he's got is her bell that don't ring, and he longs to hear her sing. And in some time I hope you love somebody new. Just remember it's the truth, she would want the best for you. But on the day she lie there dying by his side, you lost the love of your life and you can't fix it. But right now you're get through this. But right now you're going through this. And I know you're struggling, but let's not pretend that this was the end. 'Cause she was just a bunch of bolts and chemicals. It was just for show. And you're a father, son, someone who's loved. And ain't that enough? And in some time I hope you love somebody new. Just remember it's the truth, she still wants the best for you. But in the day she lie there dying by your side. Boy, it's just a motorbike, now get on with your life.